Hi, my name's Pete Townend, and we started Canoe Kayak in 1994 with the idea of introducing people safely to kayaking. We have 8 specialty stores around the North Island and a website where you can buy online. We're keen to make sure that people get the right advice, so the experts that we employ in the stores will be able to help you choose the right kayak for what you need to do. We have amazing warranties and we'll look after you all the way through the process. Right, here we got the Matariki. The Matariki is a great entry-level sea kayak. So if you're into maybe going in the Wanganui for 5 days, or paddling around the Bay of Islands, or just skirting around the beaches, this little puppy will get you started. It's very stable, so it's easy to sit in, easy to paddle. It has loads of great features on it. And more importantly, above all things, it's got loads of buoyancy. Now, buoyancy in these boats give you the opportunity to rescue yourself if you capsize. And that's really, really important in a sea kayak because you often go between islands and deep water away from the coast. So we'll take you through the boat, show you all the features on it, and get you out in the water. Okay, right, let's go through the Matariki from the stern to the bow. Stern being the back, bow being the front. Right, first of all, we've got this rudder system. This is just a little clip that holds it in place, so when you're transporting it, the rudder doesn't fall around. And the rudder, when it's down, obviously gives you steerage, and it's controlled by these 2 wires here that pull by the feet up the front. We'll show you how that works. So when you bring the rudder back up again, it just sits happily in there. Right, coming forward, you've got a nice easy carry handle. Remember, when you're carrying a sea kayak fully loaded, you use the handle, but you also put your hand underneath the boat because these boats can be very heavy when they're loaded up for an expedition. Okay, coming to the hatch, you'll find simple clips. Undo the hatch, takes the main cover off. Now this main cover is used to make sure that a wave doesn't implode the hatch if you're going in rough conditions. Protects the neoprene cover, and the neoprene cover comes off, and inside you've got huge storage. Heaps of space to put all your tents, your sleeping bags, and all the bits and pieces. Remember, when you're packing into a kayak, always make sure you're putting your gear inside dry bags. Always think the boat's going to be wet, and if you do that and pack in dry bags, you're always going to have dry gear when you get to your campsite. That just goes back on, clips on. It's a bit of an art form getting these hatches back on, and then you weigh, and then the main cover over the top. Here you've got some bungee cords, which just makes it easy to store things. You might put your paddle float or maybe a set of wheels or something big in there that you can't fit inside the boat because of storage. Here you've got these sub-mounted fittings again, which you can put a deck line around if you want to. So you can see if you run your hand over, there's nothing sharp there when you're climbing over the boat doing rescues. Makes it really simple. Right, coming forward here, you've got this little fella here coming across the back, and it's a paddle park for when you're doing your paddle float rescues. Basically, with a paddle float rescue, your paddle goes across the back of the boat and you have a bag of air that you blow up on the end of the paddle, and that allows you to climb back into the boat, making self-rescues easy. Looking at the seat, it's a real simple seat, but it's really comfortable. Nice foam pad on the bottom, and then you've got your backrest, and in the back of the backrest you've just got a simple adjustment. You just pull on that and adjust the backrest to where you want it, nice and comfortable behind you. Now if we can get you to come around and look inside the boat this way maybe, you'll see up in the front here, you'll see the adjustable foot pegs. They're easy to adjust, and all you have to do is slide the foot peg where you want it, and then you rest your feet on there, and on top of those is your rudder control. So you've got a toe mounted rudder control and a base of the foot peg where your foot sits, where you transfer the power from your body rotation into making the boat go forward. And on here you've got your rudder controls here for lifting and dropping the rudder. So you pull on one of those and the rudder goes down, and you pull on the other one and the rudder comes up. It's that easy. Really simple systems. On the front you've got your bungees. This is where I'd normally put my paddle float and my bilge pump, and also my water bottle, maybe a couple of bananas and muesli bars and other bits and pieces on the front here, and also a hand fishing line for when I'm tying a lure to catch a kahawai for dinner. Then coming forward you've got your second hatch, and we'll just show you inside here. Take that off. Can you see this here? This is a bulkhead. Now that bulkhead means that no water can get into the front part of the kayak, and on the rear, into the rear of the kayak. So if the kayak tips over, you've got all of this flotation in the boat, and that really what makes a sea kayak a sea kayak. It doesn't have to be bulkheads, it can be inflatable pontoons around the side, which will also have the same effect. And then we come forward, you see a bit of a deck line here running through, once again through these sub fittings, which are really clever, and a nice carry handle, solid carry handle at the front. Now with this kayak, it's got quite a flat bottom on it. Now that flatness gives you really good primary stability. So when you're paddling this boat, you'll be able to sit in it and take photos, talk to your mates, and never have to think about how stable the boat is. When the boat then tips a bit on its side, it starts coming up on its side a little bit, up like this side here starts to catch the water. And as this side catches the water, it gives what we call secondary stability. And this boat has plenty of secondary stability as well as primary stability. So it makes it really good for a beginner to get out there and enjoy paddling without having to worry about being stable. And that's the Matariki. New Zealand conditions are some of the harshest in the world. But what we're looking at with these boats is the amount of UV stabilisation that goes into the plastic. The New Zealand manufacturers put in a lot of cost into each boat to ensure a long life boat. So these boats will last you a lifetime. They're guaranteed by the manufacturer and by Canoe Kayak. And so you're backed up all the way through with the knowledge that they're produced for New Zealand conditions and supported by us and by the manufacturer. They'll give you a lifetime of fun and safe paddling. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you've learned a little bit about the boat you're thinking about purchasing. You'll find, if you want to ask more questions, the contact page has got all our contact details, including our online help desk. And so give the guys a call if you've got more questions, and come aboard and enjoy the kayak you're going to buy. It's a great fun sport.